Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Yeehaw! It's the In Wheel Time car talk show. Howdy! Along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Zekin.
Always.
I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us this Saturday. Supposed to get a deluge of rain here this afternoon, which will be more than we've had in quite some time. I think we've done away with the rain deficit. The drought is over with.
Yeah, the problem with it is, though, the ground was so hard, it rained and it just ran off.
I know. Well, you know.
Boy, my yard looks green right now.
Yeah, well, I got to get out there if I can after the show today and cut the grass. I will say this, though. What worries me is with all the rain that we've had the past, 3 weeks now, that the ground is saturated. And all we don't need is something coming in from the Gulf of Mexico to flood everything.
Well, you must have had a lot of rain over here that we didn't get, because I had several warnings come up on the way over this morning to watch for water in low-lying areas and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
did you come in through Winnie?
Yeah.
That is a low line.
Well, no, I wasn't there. It wasn't until I got over close to Channelview and I started coming into Houston. I started picking them up.
Did you see the move of the Battleship Texas this week?
Yes.
Anybody watch any of that?
I didn't see it on TV. I've only seen clips of it, whether it was YouTube or social media or something. But I didn't get a chance to see you as you did the play-by-play.
It was a wonderful thing to see. You know, they were really worried. I saw there is a video that is online about the history of the Battleship Texas and all of the things that they have proposed and what to do with it after they get it repaired. One of them is a beautiful setup where it's not in the water. It's actually on land, but there's this whole thing that it's kind of in a dish, and they got the whole thing set up. You can see everything.
So they're going to float it in there.
I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's all grass all around it. If you go online, it's about a 10-minute video that the Battleship Texas organization put together. It's a great video, shows wonderful film from when it was in service. You know, it went in service in 1914.
Right. It was World War I and World War II.
It had a refurb in 1926. And then they took out the torpedo tubes, which it had, and I didn't know that it had that. They took those out of there. It originally was 1,100 men on board, originally, when it launched in 1914. But after the refurb, they could get twice as many men on board. Sailors, crewmen, whatever you want to call those guys.
You stack them in, it's probably easier.
Probably so. But the film shows them going through the food line on the ship. Those big guns, you think, those are little bitty things. Oh, no, they're
it's
not.
Like shooting a Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh, my God. and it goes like 14 miles, the trajectory of the bullet that comes out of it.
Well, and then just some of the history of the Texas. Normandy Beach, but it was also the first naval vessel to receive anti-aircraft guns.
Yes, it was.
Which I thought was odd that would be the first one.
Well, you know, we're a car show here, and we talk about power all the time. Well, this thing was originally coal-fired boilers in there. Coal-fired, and they had some sort of a spray that I would imagine was fuel oil that they sprayed on top of it when they wanted to give it some oomph. Well,
nitrous.
And then in 1926, when they refurbed it, they did away with the coal, and then they went to fuel oil. And that's what it burned until it actually went out of service in 1948.
It was actually commissioned after the Titanic sinking, I believe, and it had tours in both the Atlantic and Pacific.
Yeah. It's a pretty remarkable thing. I didn't.
How long was the cruise from?
All damn day.
6.5 hours.
So
how many times do you guys have to refuel?
Well, we landed for a couple of hours because, I'll tell you what, it took several hours for it to go around the point. Once they pulled it out, I mean, this was less than 1 knot, I think. Forward speed.
Yeah, I saw it as it went under the 146 bridge.
It's a lot of weight to stop if they got to stop.
Being so brittle.
That was the biggest concern, that it was going to break, and they actually
sank in the middle of the chip channel. That would have been.
They measured the thickness of the walls of the hull electronically to make sure that it could actually take it being pulled out
And
and
the stress.
eased down
Yeah.
through the Galveston, Trinity Bays, all that stuff.
Wow.
And it was quite remarkable. Very slow, but they had lots of assistance. They had
There was boats all around it.
They had 4 tugs, 2 on either side that did nothing but just kind of go along just in case something happened. Then they had one in the back that they used for the rudder, right? And then they had one that tugged it ahead of it.
Yeah.
The way that they did it, though, was pretty amazing to me. There were a couple of, for lack of my knowledge of ship terms, cleats. Great, big, huge cleats. There were 2 of them right under that forward gun, okay? And they had chains, the ship's chains that I guess were used at one time for the anchors. And they pulled on those chains that were attached to these huge, I couldn't even put my arm around the cleats, were that big. And so they had the chains attached to that, and then once
Pulling
the
it with a rope.
But once the chains got outside of the deck area, then they attached it with rope to the tug and pulled it that way. But it was slow, man.
Well, yeah. Well, like Morris said, probably had to be. And I wonder, were they moving against tide
I don't know what the tide
or
was.
moving with tide?
Well, it was.
I would say moving with tide could be really dangerous.
It was
if they
almost
lose
a
control of it.
12-hour tug.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is now out of the water. I saw pictures online where it's
Yes,
now
it
in
was
dry
yesterday,
dock.
yeah.
And did you see the wear marks down the side of the hull from the chains? The chains back in the 30s and 40s. I thought that was unusual that they would put that much, in my opinion, damage to
I
the
didn't
hull.
realize
Stress.
how thick the hull it was. It's thick, like that thick. It's thick. It was pretty amazing to see all of that. But I was more interested in the engines, the boilers. Wow, pretty incredible. And you know, that's one of the parts of the ship that you really couldn't get down in there because it was all closed off.
I
It
imagine
had been
it's a mess, too.
Oh, you know, because it's all underwater and all that other stuff in there. Then that's the part that I really wish that they would fix so you could go down there and see all of that stuff. Anyway.
You know, that submarine they've got docked at Seawolf Park there in Galveston, you can get down in there. Of course, it's up like you're talking about. It's on dry land.
Yeah.
And but they've got, like a little fencing material there that you can look through without actually getting into it. And it's very, very interesting.
Yeah, and the passageways for human beings is about
Oh, yeah.
that wide.
There's a bunch of skinny little guys.
Yeah, but and I thought I looked around down there when we flew it after they got it in the dry dock, and I'm going, boy, this sure would be a real boon to this little. It's on Pelican Island where Seawolf Park is.
Yep.
And there's plenty of room in there to put it.
To put the Texas?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where it really needs to be.
Beaumont keeps talking about they're in the running, they say. But to me, Galveston's the only place
the
that'll
place to
work.
put it,
If you
yeah.
want more people to see it,
You've got more
That's where you
tourism
need to
going
go.
in and out of Galveston. You get the cruise ships.
every day there's
huge events
10
in
or
Galveston.
12,000
right.
people on the cruise ship that can see it.
And not only that, but also it's right there with the Bolivar Ferry. You can
Yes.
see it from the ferry.
All the ship channel
And
traffic.
there's a nice bridge that goes over to Pelican
And
Island.
isn't there some other sunken World War II boat
Well,
out
there's
there
a submarine there, and then there's a small destroyer there that's there as well.
Looks like a 105, PT 105. All I
Yep.
could think of was McHale's Navy.
Yeah, it's bigger than that, but it's a small. I don't know what class it is, but you can get on it and go through it as well.
Yeah. I think it would be a
The
great
San
thing.
Luis, the San Luis Hotel actually has anti-aircraft bunkers on the property.
Yes.
Yes.
And wasn't that at one time for submarines? Because if you look at an aerial shot of Galveston and you see the dark water, that means depth. So there's like a rectangle area, I don't know how big, a couple of football fields by a couple of football fields, of just black water, which is where they kept submarines.
I did not know
I did
that.
not know that either.
But I will tell you
Some
this:
bunkers
I do
over-
remember those bunkers
Yeah,
when
they're
I was
still
a
there.
kid. Yeah, and they're so thick, and they couldn't move them. There's still one left down at the far end. That would be the east end of Galveston Island. You know, where the wall comes up.
Yeah.
And you could drive up there if you wanted to. At the very end of that, there's a bunker down there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've got some over on Bolivar Peninsula too, where you come off the ferry to the right is Fort Travis Park, and there's 3 or 4 of them still there. That's part of the
They're probably
park
all
facility.
protecting the inlet to
World
the
War One. stuff.
But protecting the inlet to
Yes.
Houston Harbor.
All right. Well, we're going to move on now. We're gonna.
Okay.
Shall we do the tire segment here? I want to.
Yeah,
I want
it's
to.
your call.
Huh?
It's your call.
Well, I know, but I was kind of hoping that we could have a full segment, and we've kind of got sidetracked as we usually do.
I could do my awards.
You want to do your awards?
Yeah.
Let's do Jeff's awards, and we'll move the tires
And
to.
the
a
reason
different
why we're
segment.
doing these awards is I've been out and about this week,
Oh,
and
gosh. We're all in trouble.
yeah, you are. And
Oh,
there's
God.
things. People collect things. I've had a mother-in-law that collected spoons.
Don collects mother-in-laws.
Don collects mother-in-law, and so people collected plates, bells, whatever you want to
Not funny.
whatever you want.
True, but not funny.
So I want to don't open these. Just set it down next to yourself. Set it down. Here's one for you. Set it down. And you can get these at the In Wheel Time merch shop.
Do we have one?
We have an In Wheel Time merch shop.
Okay.
And these are actual collectible commemorative shot glasses. There you go, boys.
I mean, we can open it?
You can open it. In Wheel
Did
Time,
such a nice
In Wheel
job of
Time
wrapping
shot glasses. They're awesome. And you can get these, again, at the merch store.
Can we open it?
I can't.
Childproof container.
It's
Why
a sample cup.
Shot glasses.
Oh, so Jeff was stealing these when he was at the doctor this week.
no, I've had
my
those for a year.
God.
I've had them for a year.
Yeah, but I like it.
Did
so
you
can-
wash it out?
It's
No,
shot,
they're hermetically sealed. They're not opened.
it's shot glasses to go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm
That's
ready.
that's a hell of a shot.
Hey, we could use these tonight when we go to the concert.
That's what I'm thinking.
Uh-huh.
I've got one for David Ainsley,
Let's
too,
see, it's
David.
got-
Bring it in.
Date
as
of birth, blood type,
Now,
bring it in as
That's in case
Cuervo
you-
Gold.
I was-
tequila.
I was going to
hematomas.
I was going to put your initials on it, but that would be engraving fee.
Oh, yeah,
engraving
yeah, yeah.
fee. Well, I think that this is an absolutely stunningly wonderful idea. The first in a collection of In Wheel Time merch.
Shot glasses.
A 3-ounce shot glass to go.
Is it 3 ounces?
Yeah, yeah. You can get 3 in it.
Well, let's see. Since we're going to do it that way, then let's talk about milliliters.
Silly milliliter longer.
Well, no. I mean,
100 milliliters.
no, it's 500. Oh, is it?
Yeah, 100.
No, it's 50.
500 is like a pint.
80 milliliters is at the top.
Well, I
80
know.
milliliters.
I don't know, but I can fill it up.
With what? That's the question.
If you take the
Tequila.
lid off, there's a 3-ounce mark on
Oh,
it.
now see, you just
Yours
unsealed
isn't,
it.
yours
Yeah.
isn't hermetically sealed
Well,
anymore.
by
Well,
the
you
time
got
I
to use it now.
look, I put it right back.
There
See?
you go. You
What-
got to use it.
So what kind of sample are you going to put in it, Mark?
Tequila,
some sort of brown water, I'm sure.
Brown water.
Brown
Well,
water.
that probably, never mind, some sort of infection.
Well, there you go. There's your
Well,
award.
thank you so much.
You betcha.
We really
Thank you.
appreciate
I
these
appreciate you
special
guys.
awards.
Yep.
Yep. And he wrapped them, too.
Yeah.
You know what I thought this was at first? I thought this was a McDonald's hamburger wrapper.
Oh, no.
Thought, oh, boy, but it's kind of light. Oh, now we know.
Well, we had kolaches.
So there's our first merch right there. Samples for your concert that you go to. What do you got in there? Oh, it's a sample for the doctor's office later tonight. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to drop it off on the way home.
I needed to fill it up before I drank.
All right.
How funny.
I wanted to do something here. Oh, Red Cross, every time Labor Day weekend rolls around, they always issue this thing about, and rightfully so, get ready for an emergency, i.e. hurricane preparedness. And I remember back in the day, do you remember, I don't remember what the name of the hurricane was, but it was headed to Houston, and everybody, they said, okay, evacuate. And everybody hit the highways, and it was all jammed up. Nobody could move. Some people actually died out there on the
lines.
roadways.
Rita?
Yep.
Is that what it was?
I'm thinking Rita.
Yeah, I'm thinking Rita because I did not leave town for Rita, but I did leave town for Ike. Or
So
the other
it
way
was
around.
probably somewhere around 2005, 4.
It's like
Yeah, no, that would have been Rita
7.
because that would have been the same year
Yeah.
as Katrina, and Rita happened, I think, after
Well,
Katrina.
whatever the case may be, it was a bad deal, and people got stuck out on the highways. So what would you take in your car to help you make it through if you got stuck out on the highway in a thing like that.
20 gallons of gas.
Well, there are a lot of people that ran out of gas.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no
Yeah.
doubt about that. But so.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.